Hello there. My name is Maureen with my co-host Corey. We are The Real Guys, and this is The Real Show with 2 E's. Are you a Skrull, Corey?
I am not.
Am I a Skrull?
Are you?
I don't even know.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't think so. Today we are reviewing the Disney Plus, the new Marvel Disney Plus series, Secret Invasion. It's a long time coming. As always, I'm with my co-host Corey. How are you doing today, Corey?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Excellent. We're going to get started with Secret Invasion, but first I'm going to plug our YouTube channel, The Real Show, The Real Show, Real with 2 E's. And now we're on Spotify and Amazon and Apple Podcasts. And we get anyway, audio platforms. We're there, web channel, audio platforms. A reference to that last week there. And we don't have a TikTok, but maybe we might. I'm not sure, but we are on Twitter at The Real Show FM, so you can follow us there.
If we do have a TikTok, it will be
that opening clip of me saying I don't want a TikTok. We've discussed this.
Yes.
Secret Invasion.
Correct.
Just came out, just 2 weeks away as we're recording this, on June 20. So I've got hiccups. June 21st, 2023. It's got a Skrull, Corey.
Yes, it is.
I've got Skrull hiccups.
Non-human behaviour from you,
exactly, non-human behaviour. When have I ever behaved like a human? June 21st, that's I've scrolled all along. From June 21st, 2023.
For all these years.
Exactly. Starring the man, the myth, the legend, Samuel L. Jackson.
Correct.
I don't want to say friend of the show, because he's not a friend of the show. He's one of our idols on this show, I'd say. One of our, Mount Rushmore of The Real Show. In our Mount Rushmore of The Real Show, I want to say that Samuel L. Jackson is there, Corey. Would you say the same?
I would agree. Just a random side tangent. My phone has just asked me if I want to connect to Wi-Fi, but not a normal one, not like being BT or Virgin or EE. It's going, do you want to connect to HP Print 7A LaserJet 1102?
Wow. Not LaserJet 1102. That's very sci-fi.
No, I don't want to connect to a printer phone.
But you're connecting to an alien spacecraft.
I was about to say you're connecting to a Skrull.
LaserJet. Yeah, Skrull is sitting there on his phone, and turn on Bluetooth.
Would a Skrull be able to use modern technology?
I think so.
Yeah.
Talos can.
Can they adapt, overcome, whatever the other one is?
Survive.
That's it.
It's adapt, survive, overcome. It's Bear Grylls doing the pointing. I know the meme. Samuel L. Jackson is back as Nick Fury. He's returned from space. Obviously, spoilers we're 2 weeks in
for the first two episodes.
The third one is coming out tomorrow as we do this. But we'll be, I think, a couple of weeks behind when this comes out.
Yes.
So we're just doing the first 2 episodes.
It's
we know this is normal
thing
for us, right? Despite the fact we didn't do it with She-Hulk. Sorry.
Well, we did the start. We didn't finish.
We did the first episode. We never finished She-Hulk.
No. Maybe we won't finish Secret Invasion.
If this does anything, let us know. It's strange enough. Another green, more green people.
Small green man.
More small green men. Skrull. He wouldn't say Skrull. He'd say something like Skrull or Skrull or something.
Yeah, I don't know how Borat would say Skrull.
Borat would say Skrull. She-Hulk. Anyway, She-Hulk is another green character.
Samuel L. Jackson. High five.
High five, Sam Jackson. Oh, you're
sizzling man.
Sizzling man. He is a sizzling man.
Anytime.
You know what?
Anytime we can whack out Borat, it always
sells.
Any excuse.
Samuel L. Jackson is a very sizzling man.
Yes, indeed.
Because he's got an axe to grind. He's got a bone to pick. He's back He's got a chip on his shoulder.
Got a beard.
He's got a big bushy beard. He's got his shades on. He's got no eye patch. He's not wearing the eye patch anymore. He's got just a cool eye now.
Yep.
He's the director. He's not the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore, but he's been working with the Skrulls in space for years before returning to Earth. He's been away so long that he's worn out. He's uncertain of his place in the world following the events of Infinity War and Endgame.
Yes.
The blip. Samuel L. Jackson said the series would delve deeper into Fury's past and future, allowing people to explore something other than the badassery of Nick Fury.
Yes.
But even though we do get a bit of badass Nick Fury in this,
I'll
tell you already in the first couple episodes, you've got to. This is the sins of Fury's past starting to haunt him once again.
Yep.
And he's got to protect the Earth, but it's going to have powerful ramifications. Because he's the only one who can do it. He's the only hero that can defend the Earth against the enemy. Who are the enemy?
Skrull.
The Skrulls. It's Gravik. the leader of the Skrulls.
I love any time aliens are in anything, they have to have just weird names.
Alien names, that's right. Gravik is here.
That's a great job.
It is. He's the leader of the Skrull resistance.
Yep.
Who have broken away from Talos, who's the established leader of the Skrulls, played by Ben Mendelsohn. Here we have Gravik, who's once a young Skrull. His parents were killed, and during the events of Captain Marvel, I believe that's mentioned. That's when the Kree attacked.
Okay.
If you've seen Captain Marvel, a while ago. The Skrulls were the enemy in Captain Marvel.
It's been a little while.
But it was revealed they were actually refugees as their planet Skrullos was destroyed. They were searching for a new home.
Planet Skrullos.
Yes, it's called Skrullos.
Okay.
It is called Skrullos.
Okay.
That's right.
I'm not mocking you.
Oh, you're mocking the person who came up with Skrullos. The Skrulls are from Skrullos.
Well, it depends which one came first. If it's Skrullos and if it's
chicken and the egg discussion.
We need an alien from Skrullos. Skrull, fine. Or if we've got Skrulls, where do they come from? Skrullos.
Sure. The Skrulls working for him all believe him to be this amazing leader.
Yep.
Right. They say all the Skrulls trust no one. They hate everyone, but he needs the Skrulls to accomplish his goals. Gravik.
Yep.
He says he is a very dedicated leader. He believes that his cause is right, and he wants to unite the Skrulls as the new Skrull general. Right. Also in this series, we've got Emilia Clarke, who we know from Game of Thrones, Daenerys Targaryen. She plays Gaia, who is Talos' daughter, aged up after the blip. Talos' daughter, she's been a refugee with the Skrulls. She's working with Gravik. Since Fury's not been able to deliver on the promise of finding them a new home, being in space and whatnot, with all of his ship and whatever, a ship and his no shoes, he's come back to find that all the Skrulls that liked him, now hate him.
Yes.
Now and then we have another starring role. We have Rhodey is in this. Don Cheadle.
Correct.
Turns up as James Rhodes. He's in the U.S. Air Force colonel, and he's also a war machine. That's right.
We are big fans.
Yeah, big fans of the War Machine. He's a politician. He's a military man. He's here trying to cover. He's not trying to cover up, but he's trying to make amends for Fury's rogue actions here in Secret Invasion, because they find out at the start of the film that start of the series.
I don't blame you for calling it a film, because the first thing I noticed is always episodes 1 hour long.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, true. Good segue.
As opposed to the normal half an hour
or 45 minutes.
Yes.
All episodes are an hour long.
Yes.
So you sit tight, folks.
Yeah.
Sit tight for big, long hour storytelling. It's like watching a film every time you finish an episode.
Exactly,
you're like, whoa. So
how many episodes of this is it going to be? Do we know that yet?
6.
So you're essentially getting about 2 or 3 films in there.
Yeah, effectively. Well, no, probably about 3 films, I'd say.
Depends on who the director is.
You got a 3-hour film, talking about Peter Jackson, you got 2 big long films, or 3 2-hour films.
Yeah.
The first episode, Resurrection,
nice.
Brings Everett K. Ross, played by Martin Freeman.
Correct.
We're fans of him.
Exactly.
He kills Agent Prescott, who's a bit of a kooky theorist, conspiracy theorist. He believes that the Skrulls are infiltrating. They're trying to masquerade these terrorist attacks as being done by humans, but really they're done by Skrulls.
Yeah.
But then we find out that Everett K. Ross is a Skrull. But he's not a Skrull, but there's a real Ross.
Yeah.
Ross hasn't been a Skrull this whole time.
Yeah.
Or Ross was a Skrull this whole time.
I don't know.
Or someone was just taking the form of Ross.
We'll find out, hopefully, presumably, through the series, I guess. Through the 4 more episodes that we have.
So there was that's the thing with Skrulls. We never know whether the real person was a Skrull or just assume that form.
Yeah, it's like at what point is are all the other ones in the films before just normal?
Or were they all Skrulls?
Or were they all Skrulls? Or maybe that part here is normal and this film, no, that's
exactly. It's like a Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
Nick Fury is Talos.
Yes.
The whole time.
We will have to.
So we don't know how many other films.
Yeah.
If Nick Fury was out searching in space, how many other films Nick Fury's been Talos?
Yeah.
We're not sure.
We'll find out.
So that's again. Was Everett K. Ross this whole time a Skrull, or was he just Everett K. Ross and that Skrull was just impersonating him?
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know. We'll find out.
But Talos pursues Everett Ross and ends up, putting a bullet in him.
Yep.
And here comes Maria Hill and finds, hold on, wait, this guy's a Skrull. Talos is there. Yeah, he's a Skrull. It's Ben Mendelsohn. And I'm a big fan of Ben Mendelsohn. You'll know him from Rogue One.
Yep.
As big director Krennic in Rogue One. And he was in, was it called Ready Player One, the sort of book adaptation? He played the villain in there.
Not seen that. Are they making a sequel to it?
I think they are.
Or
It's now Steven Spielberg.
Have they made a sequel to it?
I don't think they made a sequel to it.
Oh, okay.
I know the book was good. I know the book does have a sequel
Yeah.
that people don't like. Maria Hill calls up Fury,
Yep.
who returns to Earth. He learns that Talos has been exiled from the famed Skrull Council, has been replaced by Gravik, who is the rebels' leader. Fury is then kidnapped by MI6 agents working for Sonya Falsworth, or as everyone else knows her, Olivia Colman.
Yes.
Because you've got Olivia Colman, you're going to use Olivia Colman. Oscar-winning Olivia Colman. That's on her business card. It says Oscar winner Olivia Colman. And, I remember when I used to be in Peep Show. Humble beginnings.
Yeah.
But she refuses to work with Fury to stop Gravik.
Yep.
But Fury uses a little earpiece, little bug, to spy on her in her office, and finds out that they locate a man that's provided a dirty bomb to the rebels, a terrorist bomb. So they realise that one of the rebels is the Talos' daughter Gaia,
Yep.
who's been working for Gravik. Gaia, Gravik, similar names, and who was unaware that her mother, Soren, died, killed by the rebels. She appears in episode 2, and Talos' wife. And Gaia reveals that they plan to attack. I'm not going to try and not butcher this, but Vosyendilny Square on Unity Day in Russia.
Correct.
So they're going to blow it up and they're going to blame it on the Americans from this terrorist group.
Also, random thing. I'm doing the usual. I'm scrolling through trivia. Now, you just mentioned.
Okay. It's time for some Skrull trivia with Corey.
Yeah, well, you just mentioned you were going for the cast, and you mentioned, Ben Mendelsohn. You know Ben Mendelsohn from Rogue One. So I'm going through trivia. Right at the bottom of it, I'll get to some actual interesting trivia in a minute. I'm just going to call out IMDb for a second. It says both Samuel Jackson and Emilia Clarke have appeared in Star Wars. Doesn't mention the fact that Ben Mendelsohn has also appeared in Star Wars. Because it goes, Samuel Jackson in episode 1 to 3.
Yep.
And Emilia Clarke in Solo a Star Wars story.
Ben Mendelsohn's in Rogue One.
Does not mention
What the heck? What the heck, IMDb? Give Ben Mendelsohn his damn stripes. He was in Rogue One. He was the main villain.
Yeah.
In a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
Oh, we could have argued it was also Darth Vader and Tarkin, but Krennic was the main.
Yes.
Krennic was the original villain of Rogue One.
To go to some actual trivia, apparently, according to Samuel Jackson, they had issues with people flying drones overhead.
Didn't they shoot them down?
One got shot
Isn't that
down.
the story? Didn't they shoot one of them down?
One got shot down, and one they followed it back to the guy, and they found him who was flying it. Also, I'm assuming we're going to get on this topic anyway. This is a topic that is massive in the film
we will.
currently.
I know what you're going to say. We'll get onto it. Don't mention it now. We will get onto it.
That's
in good time, Corey.
That's going to be a conversation that gets brought up.
Yeah, it will be.
Other than that, not really much else to do with other than that. It's something people have made other stuff, blah, blah, blah.
At the end of the episode, there's a big fight. Fury, Hill, and Talos are all separated. They fail to intercept the bomb, but the bomb goes off. In the fighting, Gravik disguises himself as Nick Fury, as a Skrull that can turn into Nick Fury, look like him, and then shoots and kills Maria Hill.
Yep.
So that is our big cliffhanger for the ending of episode 1. That Maria Hill has been killed off.
Correct.
Legacy Marvel character, R.I.P. obviously, Maria Hill, from the Avengers, the first Avengers, all the way through Age of Ultron, Captain America: Civil War, all those other amazing Marvel films that she's appeared in. I'm trying to think of some. Maybe I think she was in Iron Man or maybe Iron Man 3. Possibly.
I've not really seen the Iron Man films, to be honest.
But still, Maria Hill, great character. Thank you, Cobby Smulders, for providing Maria Hill to us for all those years.
Correct.
Godspeed. God bless. What do you think of the dramatic death of Maria Hill in this? Going to give Nick Fury some stakes.
Yeah, exactly. I like it when, especially if there's a character that's been there because every now and then, if you've got a character that's been around for ages and ages, sometimes you think, okay, we're just going to stick around.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So I like it when they kind of go, nope, gone. Yeah. And it's the first episode.
First episode hits you
Gonna
immediately.
hook people in, set the tone. You know, I love stuff like that. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people where if you like, I don't hate happy endings, but you need some kind of like drama. Like if you've got a main character and you've got a best friend, that best friend kind of has to get killed off because you need something. So I love it when like long characters or whatever just go. It's great. But no, it's really good. It sets you in it, sets the tone properly. Also, then you're going to want to keep watching. Is anyone else going to go? I hope they don't do a thing where they're like, she's back.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
She was a Skrull.
Yeah, exactly. They could.
They might bring her back, but have someone be a Skrull as her.
Yeah.
A way to do it. But
that would be good. It might affect people mentally as well, because they're thinking we're not alive anymore, but you're imitating someone that, that I knew.
We see at the end of the second episode that Nick Fury's wife, Priscilla, is a Skrull.
Yep.
And he doesn't know it.
Nope. This is the thing. The thing that we always do when we talk about the first episodes is when we ever recover like the first episode or the first 2 or 3, however many there is when it starts off. The main question is, that we always have, is 1, does it want to make you watch more? And 2, does it interest you in the series in general? And overall, I would say the first 3 episodes do that pretty well, at least to an extent.
Because you see that as they flee Russia, Fury talks to Talos, and Talos reveals that there's 1 million Skrulls here on Earth from Skrullos. And an angry Fury gets mad. He says, they play that game, can you tell me a truth or whatever?
Yeah.
He knows when there's lying. But Fury's good at spotting a lie. You can spot a lie, you can spot a Skrull.
Yep.
Except when it's his wife.
Yes.
And Fury continues alone to meet with Hill's mother as the US is bringing Maria Hill's body back. So Gravik meets with the Skrull Council and gains majority support from the Skrulls who are high up in government. So that's like news anchors, media personnel, the UK Prime Minister, our own UK Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, is a Skrull. That's not going to date us.
No, definitely not.
Our own UK Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, is a Skrull. Wouldn't surprise me. Wait, no, because a Skrull would actually make intelligent decisions.
Yeah, I also don't think a Skrull. Don't think a Skrull will go to Peppa Pig world either.
No. Getting a bit political. We're on the hot button issues, Corey.
Wow.
We're on the hot button issues.
Yep.
No, a Skrull would follow the COVID guidelines.
Obviously, a Skrull will go to Legoland instead.
Yeah, exactly. A Skrull will go to Lego.
Bob the Builder, whatever. Is that in Legoland? Is there the Bob the Builder place somewhere, but I can't remember where it is.
Bob the Builder place?
He's got his own little, like...
What, Boris Johnson?
No, there's like a little theme park that has like a Bob the Builder section, but I can't remember if that's in like Legoland or if it's somewhere else. Bob the Builder park. I can't remember Googling this now.
To lead the Skrulls, they knew what they elect him as Skrull General.
Yep. No, not a game.
One of the dissenting council women sent Talos a message.
Oh, here we go again.
To meet with...
Your Skrull's coming out, Murray. Put it back.
Oh, yeah. And Gravik has to meet with Talos.
Yep.
Fury meets James Rhodes in the bar. And Rhodes says, I'm going to discharge you, Fury. You're off the team. We're going to handle this. And Fury's like, you don't know about all these Skrulls, they're coming into Earth. There's 1 million of them. There could be anyone. There could be anywhere.
Yeah.
It could be your security guard. It could be you. It could be me. He could even be... That's a TF2 reference.
Yes, it is.
If you don't know that. Maybe we need to make that, Who could be a Skrull? He could be you. He could be me. He could even be... And then, and he gets shot.
Yeah.
Then James Rhodes says, well, you're off the squad. There's no time for you now. And then... Sonia, I'm going to just call her Olivia Colman. Olivia Colman comes in and interrogates an imprisoned rebel who is a Skrull called Brogan, who reveals that Gravik's building a machine capable of strengthening the Skrulls with superpowers.
Nice.
Now, we still create the Super Skrull.
Yes.
Now, we see these powers because we see bits of the Frost Giant, we see bits of Groot, we see bits of the Extremist Serum from Iron Man 3, which is a Super Soldier Serum. And we also see the hand of Carl Obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you remember in Infinity War, Carl Obsidian was the large child of Thanos, the sort of big alien guy, rock alien guy.
Yes.
Who had his hand cut off by Wong.
Yep.
And they've got his hand, and they've got his powers as well.
Yes.
So he's trying to make Super Skrulls. Guy discovers that they're experimenting with foreign DNA, super-powered DNA, to create super Skrulls.
Correct.
And then accompanies Gravik to kill Brogan. So basically, 'cause he's a whistleblower.
Yep.
Get rid of him. And then Fury comes home to his wife, Priscilla, who is a Skrull. Are you a Skrull, Corey?
No, we've been through this already.
Okay, good. This was the second episode, Promises, and then we have a few other episodes to go, 4 other episodes to go.
Yep.
This next episode is airing on July 5th, which is tomorrow.
Correct. Will you be watching it tomorrow?
I will be.
Nice.
Will you?
Probably.
Or maybe you'll catch up later. That's what you tend to do when you're watching.
Yeah, but these are hour-long episodes. I can't really do it of like
Okay.
5 hours worth of stuff.
Sure. Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
The elephant in the room is.
Yes.
Let me talk to you. The elephant in the room
Uh-huh.
is the opening credits of Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
We both know where this is going.
Yeah, this is
People quickly realised when Secret Invasion came out that the opening credits of Marvel Secret Invasion are AI art.
correct.
Now, have you done any research on this, Corey?
I've not necessarily. What, as in this specifically?
Where it came from, yes.
No.
Where it came from.
AI in
what
general,
was
yes.
used.
But this specifically, no.
Right, I suggest you have a look while I talk a bit.
Okay, let me Google it right now.
Yeah. Find out what studio, what was used, and let's talk about kind of. First of all, let's talk about how the credits look.
Yep.
Now, when I first watched this, I watched it with someone who doesn't have Twitter.
Okay.
Just someone who just sits down and watches television series with me.
Yep.
Thanks, Mum. Shout out to you. Now, she had no idea. And when I quizzed her about this, she just said she thought it was, weird Marvel fair, weird Marvel fair artwork, sci-fi meant to look a bit creepy and a bit weird, like Skrulls. And I was like, okay, fair enough. But what if I told you, this is my Morpheus moment, what if I told you if it was really AI art?
Yeah.
Art created by a computer to look like or resemble actual art. And now now on the second episode, she watched it and leaned over and told me that she felt a bit off watching the credits.
Yeah.
Because she knew it wasn't a real person that's made that. And I agree. I think for a time I was like, well, it's it's a creative output and it's something that but now I'm like, no, I don't like it. I really don't.
So
sure, it's capable of making quite good-looking images, but that's like the point. I'll let you know far more about art than I do, Corey. I'll let you talk about it for a bit.
So I'm currently looking it up, trying to figure out whatever. So the producer, as I'm trying to figure out, and now currently this is Tomorrow's World. So today, thank you for this article. Ali Salim, I'm assuming how it's pronounced, who is the producer, director, and executive producer of the series. He says that they reached out to AI vendors. So I don't know if specifically we know who it was or whatever that they used. If it was whatever AI art.
ChatGPT.
There's loads of
Did it?
Yeah. His reasoning is because they're aliens, AI technology would fit the theme.
It was not called alien intelligence.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it? It'll fit the theme and it'll make it look weird and whatever. But
yeah, but an artist can do that.
Yes, they can.
You go up to an artist who does that kind of thing,
but it's less expensive
and say,
and it's
hey,
quicker.
Hey artist, can you do some weird kind of scroll things? We've got some concept art here. Could you? Or got some ideas? Would you like to do? Here's money.
I mean, here's the thing. In
Mickey Mouse condones AI art.
In our industry, not radio, but in film. Okay. So it's not radio. I don't think we've quite reached a point yet where there's fake voices good enough to mimic us.
Okay.
Our silky tones, obviously.
Okay, yes.
But in film, obviously you write scripts. This is also a thing, because I know a couple of people that write books, and they're editors for books, and a lot of people are going, oh, I don't need an editor anymore, because I've got AI. There's a whole thing of self-published people using things like ChatGPT to write a whole novel, and just slapping it on Amazon, and going, there's my book, and that's it.
An AI cover, AI art cover.
Yep. And the whole book is AI written, and it's here's I'm telling it what I want, a fantasy thing, and
yeah, but
done.
Is it like Harry Potter and the Web Full of Spiders or whatever it's
called?
It's
awful.
A pile of ash.
It's awful.
Where it's like Harry takes his eyes and throws them into the woods.
Yeah, it's bad.
And Ron says you aren't good at dancing, and I drowns in barbecue sauce or something.
I mean, like, self-published stuff is hard to find good stuff anyway, just because of like how easy it is. But now with this, it's even worse. The issue is with all this AI stuff, other than the obvious fact of you're taking things away from people that also like worked ages and ages to actually get good at something. Like if you're an artist and you're digital, or if you're traditional and paint, the years of what you're doing, even if it's like art school and you learn like the theory and like color theory, or how to, I don't know, use acrylic versus oil or whatever, but years and years of stuff, and you go, I'm going to use an AI thing to do it. I think sometimes AI can be useful. This is not a good instinct of that. I think if you were going to do, like, let's say someone did work on After Effects and it needed touching up a bit, AI is probably useful with that. Because if it's like a quick fix and you can fix it quickly, but it's still a guy like clicking a button. You know how like if you try and mask something, you can tell Premiere to like, it's almost like Photoshop, where like, I want to get rid of this man who's in this picture, I don't want him. And Photoshop goes and like just fills him over. That, great, because there's still a guy behind that button who's clicking it and doing it, cool. But where you're actually fully replacing someone, because it's going to get to a point where people go, do we need script writers anymore? Because we can get them written ourselves by ChatGPT or whatever it is.
Do we need artists?
Yeah, exactly.
Anymore? Corey's on top one. I'm going to thank you very much for talking about that, Corey.
It's like if the whole, again, like Loving Vincent, I spoke about this before on the thing. I love that film. It was made by artists to replicate Vincent van Gogh. They could have done that, the whole with AI, if they'd made it now, and it would have looked awful.
They would have typed something into that looks like Vincent van Gogh.
Yeah, pretty much.
I always look. Right, this might be a slight tangent, but I'm going to try not to. Two things.
Yep.
First thing, Christopher Walken, stay with me here. Christopher Walken has been
AI
cast...
needs more cowbell.
No, Christopher Walken has been recently cast in Dune Part 2.
Okay.
Another sci-fi,
Yep.
loose connection, but it's going to serve this.
Okay.
As Dune Part 2 as Emperor Shaddam IV of House Carino, the
Sure.
Emperor of the known universe. And before he was cast, several images came up saying, new photos, Christopher Walken as Emperor Shaddam IV of House Carino. I'm thinking, this will be cool. I hope it got a good typey Dune costume. Click on this.
Yeah.
Pictures of him like in purple and gold and kind of, effectively taking Dune costumes and photoshopping a sort of meshed up Christopher Walken head onto them. I'm thinking, oh crap, not this, Disappointing.
Yes.
Very much so.
Also, to point this out, someone mentioned as well, but currently in America, we don't have this in the UK, but writers are on strike currently.
Yes, kind of WGA strikes.
This feels like a bit of a slap in the face of, right, okay, we're now going to do AI stuff.
Here's a creative field and we're going to fill it with AI to show you why you should be striking.
Yeah, which is great. Thank you, Marvel, for this.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. Is it a cool concept? Potentially, yes, but...
Potentially, no.
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't become, we don't need people anymore because we can do it this way instead.
Enhance, not replace.
Yes.
Is a good line.
Yeah.
Enhance, not replace. Like the thing you said with editing, your example for touching up, your example for like, I keep getting on YouTube ads for Google phones. And we talked about this beforehand, because you always say you always get ads for dating websites.
Yes.
Which is indicative of something.
Like Bumble.
But I always get ads for Bivita breakfast biscuits and Google phones. Because Google's owns YouTube and da-da-da. Anyway, YouTube owns Google, sorry.
And Bivita because they're tasty.
Google owns YouTube, Bivita because they're tasty. But I always get ads for Google phones.
Yep.
And always, apart from the fact that Michael Dapper appears in them for some weird reason, that they have like Magic Eraser, which you refer to.
Yes.
Where you can take a person in a picture if they're not supposed to be in there, if they're not if they're a photo bomber, but if they're in the background and you want it to be clear behind, you can click a button and gets rid of them.
Yep.
Magically covers them with the background. Right? Pretty good. Good use of AI technology.
Yep.
This, bad use of AI technology. It's like good idea, bad idea.
The thing that as well, that as much as you can try, you cannot get rid of like if it's a writer, if it's an artist, everyone has their own unique way.
You can always tell.
Yes, is what I mean.
Because AI has always things that they always slip up on.
Yep. It's like if you're a writer and you're like either Neil Gaiman or Tolkien or anyone, C.S. Lewis, you cannot imitate that style. No way.
People's hands.
Yeah.
AI has trouble with hands and feet.
Yeah.
You can tell because when you look at pictures of like. Even pictures of like, if you search like woman in a red dress or something, for example, which is a character from The Matrix, which is strangely apt, but it's just the first thing I thought of. if you search on AI art, whatever, woman in a red dress, you will find often that the hands and the feet will be very messed up because it can't seem to grasp this, which is very telling. It can't seem to grasp the appendages we use of which to create the art and the scripts and whatever you're writing, right? And just to prove my point here, I'd like to read you an excerpt from Harry Potter and the Portrait of what looked like a large pile of ash, which is a chapter of an unofficial novel written by a predictive AI controlled by Botanic Studios and released on their website in 2018.
Great.
Chapter 13, The Handsome One.
It's a lot of chapters, Jesus.
The magically intensified wind blew against the Hogwarts castle ground while the black sky rained blood. Meanwhile, in Hagrid's hut, all that was audible was his furniture. Harry Potter thought magic was very good. Rain fell like leathery sheets on top of Harry's ghost as he walked the grounds. Harry came across Ron doing a frenzied tap dance, but once he saw Harry, he started eating Hermione's family.
Sorry, all I'm imagining is he opens the door and Ron just like diddly.
Ron's shirt was just as bad as he was, and he looked like a loud, slow and soft bird to Harry. He did not like to think about birds. Ron spotted Death Eaters on the castle roof and was going to be spiders, but he was not proud of it, knowing that he'll be covered in them anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
So that is the depth of, even 2018, known son of football magnate and owner of professional wrestling company Tony Khan has spoke about his use of ChatGPT to try and write an episode of his Wednesday Night Dynamite and how the show only had knowledge from up to 2021.
Yes.
So didn't know much about the current product or knew nothing about the current product and tried to fill the show with too much material.
Yep.
So there are flaws. There are major flaws.
There are major flaws. Currently.
If you're not confident in it, don't do it.
Yeah, this is where the issue comes from. Because, like, if it's just people like us or whatever, like normal people using ChatGPT, and because everyone's like, oh yeah, if you like search AI images, it'll find images, and the more people use it, the better it gets. Whatever, blah 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 blah. That's not that scary. It's when you get studios like Marvel that can put a lot of money into it and make it better. That's when it goes.
I can put a lot of money into something like this.
Yeah.
And then have the gall to not get a real person when they're what, $1 million billion studio.
I mean, also because like, here's the thing:
can't afford to hire an actual artist.
We've spoken before about how we love practical effects.
We do,
and practical effects
Dark
died
Crystal
off.
Is my favourite film.
Practical effects practically died off when like CGI was invented. This now feels like the next thing in that, where it's like, right, now we're going to get AI to do it instead, and it's just going to get even worse.
And our art is going to die off.
Yeah.
Because this is my second point, apart from the point about Christopher Walken. I do a lot of Star Wars stuff. That's well known. I like to write my own Star Wars stories. I find them fun and enjoyable, and I'm a big fan of the fandom and the nostalgia. I love, references and stuff. And lore, I'm a big lore fan.
Yes, big lore fan. We had a discussion about 2 hours ago.
We did.
Off camera.
I was looking for an image of some kind of stormtrooper class. I can't remember. I want to know what it looked like. And when I searched this, it was actually a Nova Trooper, which is a type from Legends. But anyway, I was looking for images, and I found an image of a black stormtrooper that didn't look quite right. Kind of like a shadow, kind of a little bit strange. And I thought, well, what's this? I looked. It was called like. What was the website was it was AI art, by the way, is the tag to this, but it was like a website called Zero Images or something, and it was all AI art. And because when you look in Google, it suggests to you pictures that are similar. So I just down this weird rabbit hole looking at these strange AI art things, where I found they'd taken this face of this old Asian woman and plastered it on kind of weird images of kind of half-shapen Jedi figures in robes behind giant suns and giant.
Nice.
Clearly they've looked at Star Wars imagery.
Yep.
They've seen Luke Skywalker in front of the twin suns on Tatooine.
Yep.
And they've plastered it over everything.
Yeah.
Like AI art AI knowledge is limited. How does it know what a Skrull looks like? That was my mum's question. She asked me, well, how does AI know what a Skrull looks like?
Yeah, this is a thing. In its basic format, it's a bit of fun, whatever, fine. But it's when you get big companies that can put a lot of money into it. It
starts to get dangerous.
That's when it gets scary. Because also, like, you had You had the what was it called? What's the Spider-Verse film just came out?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Now
With so many different art styles.
Yeah, exactly.
And so much respect paid to the artists.
And then it's like, if Marvel, and granted...
And that's Sony. And if Sony can get it right, why can't you, Disney?
Kind of. There apparently was a lot of controversy with that and the artists and them being overworked, but that's a different topic for a different time. But still, like, you have that, and it's great. Even because there was that whole story, like the... I don't know how old he was, but there was a guy on Twitter who like posted like he did like a little fan Lego animation.
Oh, yeah.
And then they hired him, and they put him in the film. And he got to make a thing in it.
Yeah, Lego Spider-Man is a character in the film, yeah.
And it's like, great. Like, that's cool. You're doing this whole thing. Art styles are fantastic. You're making all these animators in different styles. Awesome. And then Marvel, like, here's an AI thing. And I said, bugger off. Stop it. Slap on the wrist. Stop it. Just hire an artist. There'll be a surrealist artist that can do that way better than whatever AI thing they used. I get it. It's a thing. You want to use it. We want to be the first people to put it in it. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
It's about groundbreaking this, groundbreaking that. Oh, we're breaking so much ground. Well, stop breaking it. Put the ground back together. Jeez.
For now, it's not a big issue. But in like 2, 3, 4, 5 years,
because it drags this down. It drags this series down. This series would be good. It would, if it didn't have the AI art at all, it would be reviewed as passable Marvel series with good stars: Samuel L. Jackson, Don Cheadle, Ben Mendelsohn, Olivia Colman, Emilia Clarke. It will be Kobe Smulders. It will be taken down as a good Marvel series with not much really to put on it. But now it's the Marvel series with the AI art.
Yes.
And that's what it will be known as. And that is a stamp on it. And that will be a stamp on it forever. Whoever's made that choice is beyond idiotic.
Yeah.
I really can't put it into words.
Yeah, I don't know, this is just one of those things where it's, hopefully, with the backlash that this got...
They won't do it again.
Because also, this is the first thing I heard about Secret Invasion.
Yeah, me too.
It's got...
on Twitter on the front day.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion uses AI art for the credit. I looked at the screenshots and I was like, yeah, completely.
Yeah.
And it just drags it down. Yeah. It really does.
But yeah, hopefully it doesn't go any further.
Shall we give Secret Invasion a rating?
We can. I'm not going to lie, it's not going to be the highest.
Okay. Well, you go first.
For the first 2 episodes combined, I think I'm going to give it about 6.
The premiere, yeah, I was going to go for a 6 or a 7. I'll go for a 7 because you've given it a 6.
Yeah. It's not great. It has good moments, but overall it's meh.
I feel like it's... everyone here is good. Again, I'm not bashing none of the actors. Samuel L. Jackson, I love him. Ben Mendelsohn, I've got a crush on that man. Love him as well. Again, everyone else: Richard Dormer, Emilia Clarke, Olivia Colman, Don Cheadle, great jobs. Kingsley Benadir as well, who does Gravik, great job as well. But I think, I guess the AI tracks it down, the tone of it, especially knowing what Marvel did, and the story. I felt like stuff came out about the writers didn't even read the Secret Invasion comics. They weren't going through any of that kind of stuff, and the source material, and they were just encouraged to kind of do their own thing with the story, but have the comic elements in there, like the Super Skrull and the whatnot.
Yeah.
So, fair enough. I'll give it a 7 on it. Maybe it'll get better, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, like we say, we got 4 more episodes to go. One comes out tomorrow, so we'll see. And
the weekly rec.
This is your turn.
It is. Now, one person I like in this film is Ben Mendelsohn.
Okay, yeah.
I've called it a film again.
You have.
6 episodes now along. One thing I like, because I'm recommending a film, strangely enough. I'm recommending Lost River. Have you heard of Lost River before?
No.
Okay.
Enlighten me.
Lost River is a film...
Persuade me to watch it.
Directed by Ryan Gosling. Do you like Ryan Gosling?
I like him as an actor.
Okay, director, writer. He plays... and also, this stars one of your favourite people.
Okay. Go on.
Who do you like? Who's your man?
Who's my man?
Yeah.
But it's not Sam Jackson.
No, not Sam Jackson.
Rowan Atkinson?
No. You'll get him.
Will I?
Yes, you will.
Who's my man? That's not Rowan Atkinson. It's not Sacha Baron Cohen.
No. You love him.
I love him.
He wants some fish fingers and some custard.
Oh, Matt Smith.
Yes.
Right.
Matt Smith is in this.
Okay, that's fair.
So is Saoirse Ronan, who's a great Irish actress.
Yeah. What's it called again?
It's called Lost River.
Lost River.
About an hour 35.
Do I even recognise
Good
this
watch.
film?
You might.
Lost
It's
River.
got kind of infamous imagery.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Oh, Amazon Prime, free of charge.
That's how I watched this.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's quite cool.
Very surrealist, very strange.
That's quite
I'm
good.
tempted
I like
for us
that.
to somewhat review it because it is good. Ben Mendelsohn is in this as well.
Okay, I'm going to have to specify film. Because I'm getting Subnautica stuff.
This is like a dark fairy tale of love and family, the fight for survival.
Yep.
I'm giving you the sort of storyline beats here. A single mother of two is lured in a macabre world in a quest to save her child at home and hold her family together. A teenage son discovers the mystery of Lost River, a town, an underwater town,
Yep.
that triggers his curiosity, sets to a moment an unexpected journey that will test his limits and the limits of those he loves. And a bit of trivia as well, Matt Smith filmed his scenes during a breakaway from Doctor Who in 2005.
Wait. He filmed his scenes in a breakaway during 2005.
Wait, hold on. Oh, no, sorry, wait. The trivia says Doctor Who 2005 because that's when the reboot started.
Yes, I was going to say.
Whenever he was the Doctor, was that... This film came out in...
2014.
This came out in 2014,
so it must be around then.
Yeah, 2014, sorry.
I was going to say, 2005.
That's me misreading the trivia line, sorry.
That's also that's a long way to film a scene and 10 years later the film comes out.
He had to shave his head for this role.
Yes, I've seen that.
And he wore a wig for the latest episode of Doctor Who.
Nice.
Which is filmed later on, if you noticed. Yeah, this is a good film. I really like this film. I can't recommend it high enough. I'm going to give it a 9.
Ooh, that is very high.
I'll give it a 9. Maybe an 8.5.
But it's very
I
high.
want to say a 9. It only gets a 5.7 on IMDb.
I was going to say, Rotten Tomatoes got 30%.
I had a very good time with how it's kind of like a thriller almost. Kind of like a thriller psychological type thing. It's a 15. It's only an hour and a half. And I had a good time. I'm going to say, 8.5 to a 9. I'm going to I'll bump it to an 8.5. But good film. I'm going to say just good solid film.
Interesting.
For Lost River 2014, starring Ben Mendelsohn, Matt Smith, Christina Hendricks, and Saoirse Ronan.
I'm skimming through the trailer currently.
Okay, what do you think?
Well, what we got? We've got some pinks.
There's a lot of pink and purple.
A lot of pink. It's cutting to a very drab, kind of greeny.
Is Ben Mendelsohn doing a dance?
Almost Matrixy.
There's a scene where Ben Mendelsohn does a dance in a room.
What, Alan Morbius?
A very Alan Morbius. It's very Alan Morbius.
We've got a bit of talking.
He's wearing a similar outfit as well.
Is he?
Mm.
What else we got? Some water, bikes on fire, a guy running. What else we got? More pink.
Has Matt Smith shown up yet?
He's right there, right now. He's turning around dramatically.
Nice.
Someone's fixing a car. More pink. LED bikes. More pink. Someone's been stabbed.
Okay.
There is a guy that is dancing in it.
He's dancing. Is Ben Mendelsohn doing a dance? Yeah. Moving his arms about a bit.
That's the one. Yep, there we go. In theatres, April 10th. Lost River. Wow.
Give it a watch.
It's even got the old Instagram logo.
Give it a watch. Lost River. I'm going to 8.5 out of 10 reels. We hope you enjoyed our review of Secret Invasion. We may review Lost River. We may even bring you the rest of Secret Invasion soon enough.
True.
Thank you very much for listening. It is a goodbye from me. Goodbye. And a goodbye from Corey.